going to be going over the assembly of the VANDER Competition M14 Plus. Prior to starting the assembly, you'll want to unbox your crate and lay the contents of the crate out on the floor. Your VANDER M14 Plus will come with a variety of assembly tools. However, to make the assembly process much easier, I would recommend an impact driver, an adjustable wrench, a 12mm wrench, a ratchet, and socket sizes 1 1/4, 17mm, and 14mm. I would also recommend a 4mm Allen wrench, as well as a step stool or ladder. Prior to starting the assembly process, there are a couple of things to note. One, each one of these large bolts has 2 washers and 1 nut. 2, you will not want to tighten any of these bolts and nuts until the very end of the assembly. Assembly step number 1 is going to include assembling the entire rear portion of the machine. This is going to include all of your weight plate storage and all of your accessory storage. Continuing on with assembly step number 1, it's important to note a couple of things. When starting to assemble your storage pegs, you'll want to start from the bottom and go to hole 5. Also, you'll want to have 6 holes in between each of your storage pegs. This will allow adequate space when going to store your weight plates. As we wrap up with assembly step number 1, we would recommend that you get a second pair of hands to help you lift up the rear portion of the machine. Continuing on in the assembly process, we're now going to begin assembly step number 2. In assembly step number 2, we're going to be installing your bottom cross beams, both of your top cross beams, your front uprights, as well as your 2 barbell storages. Continuing on with assembly step number 2, it's important to note the alignment and placement of your barbell storage. Your barbell storage can either move up and move down depending on your ceiling height. Continuing on with assembly step number 2, we're now going to install your front uprights. During this step, it's important to note that on your front uprights is where we're going to see all of your numbers. It's also important to note that on your adjustable pulleys that we have the knurled handle facing in. As we wrap up with assembly step number 2, it's important that your machine matches the alignment of this machine in regards to your top pulleys, your adjustable pulley carriages, and your bottom stabilizers. It's also important at the end of this step to remind you not to tighten any of the bolts just yet. We're now going to begin assembly step number 3. In assembly step number 3, we're going to be assembling all 3 of your pull-up bars as well as your Smith machine. Continuing on with step number 3, you'll want to note the direction that these Smith machine pegs are facing. We want all of your pegs along this line facing inside of the machine. Also, you can now tighten all of these Smith machine pegs. Continuing along with the Smith machine assembly, you'll want to have the frames of your Smith machine pivoted towards the inside of the machine. This will allow you to install your flat bolt from the bottom and into the Smith machine bar. With the Smith machine frame still rotated towards the inside, you can now add all of the mechanics of your Smith machine bar. That's going to include your rubber bumper first, then your spotter adjustable arm, then you've got one very thick washer, a spring, and then a second washer, and then your carriage bearings. They must be installed in this order. Prior to continuing with your Smith machine bar install, you'll need to make sure the alignment and orientation of the Smith machine frame matches these two sides. Most importantly, we'll want to make sure that all of these pegs are facing in, as well as these two pulley placements facing forward. We also want to make sure this Smith bar is right next to where the weight stack is going to go. For the Smith machine assembly, we want to make sure that this piece is facing in and closest to your spotter arms. Should be oriented just like this. As we wrap up assembly step number 3, it's important to talk about the different orientation options that you have for your pull-up bars. Your front pull-up bar that's equipped with the swivel adjustable hand placements has to be at the front of the machine. Where you have options begins with this middle single pull-up bar. You can either have it in the middle or you can have it pushed more towards the back. As we come around the back, your spherical pull-up bar can either be on the inside of the machine, but if you have enough adequate space, you can put this spherical pull-up bar on the outside of the machine. As we continue with the M14 Plus assembly process, we're now going to move on to step number 4. Step number 4 in the assembly process will include installing your weight stacks, installing your pulleys, installing your cable and building a couple of your accessories. As we continue on with the assembly of the weight stack, there are a couple of things to note. One, you'll want to make sure you have both of your bumpers on your guide rods to receive the weight stacks. You'll also want to make sure that these plastic bushings are facing up and that you have 29 weights on each side. In order to begin the pulley placement and cable routing, you'll first need to identify the 7 large pulleys, the 4 small pulleys, your black floating pulley, 2 long bolts, 9 medium-sized bolts, and 1 small bolt. Moving along here in step number 4 of the assembly process, we want to verify on your machine that it matches the cable routing on this machine. We're starting here at your adjustable pulleys. We're coming down here to your 3rd large pulley. You're going through the frame and under your 4th large pulley. We're traveling up here over the top of your 1st small pulley, through the Smith frame, through these pulleys here, down under the pulley in your top hat, back up through the frame and over these 2 pulleys, underneath your floating pulley, then all the way back through the frame, over those pulleys, through your Smith machine frame, and over your last small pulley, and back to your adjustable carriage. So not only are you starting this cable at your adjustable pulleys, but you're also ending here at your adjustable pulley carriage. So starting with your 2nd cable, you're going to start up here at the 2 small pulleys. You're going to go through the frame here, over the upright frame here, travel along this frame here, over that large pulley there, through the frame here, down to your cross member here and underneath this other large pulley, and you're going to end here at your floating pulley. So you're starting at the 2 small pulleys and ending at your floating pulley with your 2nd cable. Now that you've got all of your pulleys in the proper placement, along with the routing of your new cable, along with your outside shrouds, you can now tighten all of the assembly bolts. As we wrap up with assembly step number 4, there are 3 accessories that will need minor assembly. Those accessories include your low row footplate, your lap pull down seat, and your multi-position dip bar. Along with your accessories that did require light assembly, you also have your landmine that is going to require that you attach that landmine to the frame with one large bolt. The fifth and final step of the assembly process is going to include the assembly of your multifunction bench. This multifunctional bench is already 90% completed. What you will have to do is put this rear stabilizer on with the 2 bolts that were included. Included in the attachments for your adjustable bench are going to be 6 foam rollers like this. They're going to go on all 6 pegs. Each roller will have a large washer and bolt that will keep them in place. So continuing on with the attachments for your adjustable bench, we're now going to assemble the preacher curl attachment. That's going to include this large arm as well as your bar storage that's going to come off of this arm. As your assembly is now finished on your competition M14 Plus, you'll notice that the assembled unit has every attachment currently attached. What you'll also notice is that your long spotters and your dip bar now come equipped with these safety pins that will need to be installed every time you're using that dip bar or the long spotters. At the conclusion of assembly step number 5, your VANDER competition M14 Plus is now fully assembled.